Today we are going to talk about a special kind of fish. It's tuna fish. This tuna fish is known as a fast-growing fish. But regarding to some reasons, the growth becomes slower. And here today we are going to discuss 3 factors affecting the tuna growth, and we can solve these factors by applying bile acid to the diet. The first is energy. As the fish grow fast, they need more energy. And we meet these energy requirements in the diet by applying more fat and carbohydrates. But whatever we add more fat to the diet is not enough practical procedure to push the growth at our level. In this case, we need to motivate and induce the metabolic rate in the tuna fish. This energy consumption in the tuna fish come from two aspects. The first one, the muscle grow, so they need more energy, and the other is the immunity. Immune system, when the immune system work, need enough energy to enforce itself against all invaders or bacterial infections. In here, if we apply the bile acid to the diet, we promote the metabolic activity on the energy production. And here, the main factor that bile acid affects it is the master gene of fatty acid metabolism. Just for interesting people, it's called PPAR alpha. So the first action that the bile acid increases the energy by inducing the fat metabolism in the muscle. The second one is the immunity. The immune response depends on if the immune system have enough energy to work well or not. By inducing the energy metabolism in the muscle, we naturally provide enough energy for the immune system activity. In this case, we provide enough energy for growth and for immune and bacterial infection defense. So here we can use bile acid, and here also we can use bile acid. After the fish grow and they have so much nutrient in their bloodstream, then the parasite come to the fish and invade the fish and suck all these nutrients. One of the parasites come to the skin and penetrate the skin and then suck all these nutrients. In this issue, we apply the bile acid to make the physical and also the immune defense. When we apply the bile acid, that we increase the mucus layer growth. It means we increase the thickness and we increase the speed of mucus layer growth. In this case, it's the mucus layer speed and thickness wash out all parasites away from the fish skin. Other parasites come to the olfactory organ, and then depends on the inflammation response, then they decide to continue to come to the fish brain or leave the fish. Here the bile acid can help to decrease the inflammation, which there the bile acid to control the inflammation, and then the body is inflammation is kind of emergency state. So the bile acid come to stop this inflammation response, which makes the fish stable, and they have control over the membrane, separating the parasite from getting in the fish, and then we protect the brain. And while the fish have the parasite infection, they make the fish weak and make the nutrient available in their body less, which makes the fish weak, and their immune system is not strong enough to defense. Here, it comes up with infectious bacteria to invade and infect the tuna. So while we controlling the inflammation, not just protecting the brain, but also getting the immune system strong and avoiding the infectious bacteria. And there is not just because the inflammation, but also the infectious bacteria in the intestine. Because in the intestine, the bile acid can do two things. The first is to increase the good bacteria and decrease the pathogenic bacteria, because they can break down their cell wall and catch their toxins. So they don't have so much effect. Third factor is the omega-3. Omega-3 is a fatty acid. It's very important to do some function in the body. And one of these functions is to build the cell wall. So when the fish grow, have new cells, need new cell wall, need omega-3. The regular source of omega-3 is the fish oil. As the aquaculture sector growing more and more, so the demand on the fish oil is high and the price is also getting high. Even the availability is not enough. In this case, they are trying to replace the fish meal with plant oils. Actually, we need to know what the oil in the diet do. Then we will know what's the problem of fish oil substitution. The oil is source for energy and some other important fatty acid important for some physiological function. One of them is the omega-3 fatty acids. Plant oil don't have omega-3, which means that plant oil might be the only source, as only a source for energy. But where the omega-3 come from? It comes from the part we added to the diet from the fish oil, and the other part from the body of the fish itself. So the tuna body itself sensitizes some omega-3. Here the bile acid have very important role. Bile acid here can affect the master gene of producing new omega-3 in the tuna fish. So we can summarize today that the tuna slow growth is become from the less energy. We need energy for muscle growth and we need energy for immune function. The bile acid controls the master gene of fatty acid producing energy and then give more energy for growth and give more energy for immune function. The other is the parasite. The bile acid increases the mucus layer, protecting the body from the parasite to come in. In this case, there is no inflammation. And in case there is inflammation, the bile acid can manipulate the inflammation, and then the body keeps strong against the pathogenic bacteria. And even there is some pathogenic bacteria in the intestine, the bile acid can deal with these bacterial infections. The third one is the omega-3 by the substitution of fish oil with plant oil. Two directions. The first one is increasing the fish oil utilization or digestion or absorption, so that all quantity of omega-3, most of them they get in the body. Number one. Number two, that the bile acid motivate and induce the tuna body itself to produce more omega-3. So here we increase the fat level in the tuna diet, but also we increase the benefits coming from this fat for energy, for parasite protection, and also for improving the omega-3 production in the tuna body. This is a very important topic. This is the first time even in the literature there is no, according to my knowledge, there is no any work on the bile acid and tuna. So feel free, if you have any question or discussions, it's open for you. Thank you so much.